Come on, broski.
Nah, it's whatever, my G. I'm good. Since I'm trying to get my name out there, you know what I mean?
Yo. Damn it. This is Afi Kingdom. Make sure y'all check in. Like the video as you coming in. And we got a good show for you guys. A nice little panel. You know what? Let me just go ahead and get into this intro so we can get this shit started. Boom. We're going to replace that. I see you, 1950. I see you, brother. Hold on 1 second. Let me just... 1950, turn cam off for a second, brother. Uh-oh. Somebody at my door? The fuck? Who at the door, man? Boom! Shout out to Alpha Villains for the super chat. It's gonna be a super chat party. He said out thankful to be on the stream with the real ones. Tonight, we're going to be your mirror. You keep avoiding, but you need to be strong. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Kzaggin, you went backstage. It says your device isn't connected, brother. It says your device isn't connected. So, maybe you text me about that. No, it says your device isn't connected, bro. Shout out to Mr. Man in Action. Shout out to Fireman, War Report. War Report, you want to come on? I'm gonna send you the link right now, War Report too. Because you can speak on this one good. Thank you for Sydney MGTOW for joining. Appreciate that. Yeah, and if y'all want to know why I got the shit on, because we not playing that stuff like the last time. That what they do, Lawrence, took over the stream. What they called it again, bro? What they called it?
Raid, something raid. I don't recall.
Yeah, bro, we not doing that raid. Y'all just come in here and just say whatever y'all want and do whatever y'all want. No way, not tonight, baby. So sorry for you guys. You know, I had about 70 people go into my stuff, and I didn't like it. And we ain't about to be getting used to that type of shit, bro. Not over here.
See, it hit different now. I don't know what the fuck was going on with the other shit. But yo, shout out to Lda.Rpc.AV, Mr. 1950, my bros. Yeah. I got mad love, mad respect for all you niggas, straight up and down.
Word. Salute 50. Word 1950, LDA.
Everybody 50. Check in real quick. Go ahead, AV, and pass it around.
Yeah. I go by the name of AV, aka Alpha Villains. Follow me on Instagram. I got a YouTube channel as well. New content's coming soon. It's an honor to be here, man. I'm very thankful. I'm in a unique position, but I just want to be the proof and the change that we want to see and need. So salute to everybody. Let's get it.
Cool. 1950, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's good, everybody? My name is 1950, Mr. 1950, the last traditional man on the planet. If you want to live a traditional life, go ahead, hit me up, Mr.1950.com. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mr. 1950. Hey, let's get it, man.
Cool. Mr. LDA. Nelly, what's up, bro?
What's going on? What's going on, brothers? This is Lawrence D. Adams. Actually, I'm not in my studio, but I want to say shout out to everyone. You can find me on Lawrence D. Adams on Monday through Friday, 12:30 to 1:30, and you can find me on Instagram and on Facebook.
All good. Kzaggin.
All right, real quick. Y'all know what it is. My voice is kind of fucked up and shit. But yo, Kzaggin, Kzaggin. Yo, holla at me on the YouTube front, but also at Kzaggin20 on the IG, on the Facebook joint, Kerry Kzaggin. The only reason I'm even fucking with it is to bring, love to the motherfucking YouTube joint. So fuck with me. Cool. And real quick. I'm really honored and I'm humbled to be among this panel of these men because I have mad respect for all these men. So let's get it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, man. I appreciate that, bro.
We're going to chop it into some game. I see we got the thumbs down. And that's the problem right there. Thanks for them thumbs down. Because that's weak ass shit, bro. How you going to thumb some shit down for a start? That's the type of stuff we're talking about.
That's vaginal. That's vaginal, man.
Well,
men in their feelings.
Offie, don't worry about it, because that nigga got an STD that he can't get rid of. That's why he thumbs it down. Let
me go here and thumbs you up real quick, man. I'm going here.
Yeah, if y'all coming in, make sure
I hit him with the thumbs up, man. I want to hit him thumbs it up.
So I wanted to talk about this with all my OG cats, man, because we were around from the transition. So we seen what it was before and what it's turned to now, bro. And it's these weak ass dudes and just soft, bro. Cats are soft nowadays, bro. I don't understand what it is, bro. Like all this tight jeans jumping around and all of that. And then you want to wonder why you got problems with chicks. And that's just because you act like a woman, bro. Like a lot of these players, it's like they're a little too pretty for me, bro. Like they lack that masculinity, bro. You know? Mm-hmm. They lack their masculinity. Go ahead, Lawrence. You wanted to say something? Look like you raised your hand for something.
No, I'm just tapping in. I'm moving around, just getting adjusted where I'm at. That's all.
Yeah, man.
I'll start. Yeah, we can get it in. So, I'm starting to figure it out a little bit, man. I think a lot of these men are raised to be gentlemen, A gentleman is raised in the image of what a woman believes a man should be. And I think because of that, men are not raising these men to be men. All right. They don't carry the word no. They walk around with a sense of entitlement, believing people are supposed to give them things. The leadership quality is gone because they believe that women is on a pedestal. So I got to put her up there and she makes the decisions. So unfortunately, we're in a world of complaining where there's a lot of men that complain about women. And what happens is that they all get together, start high-fiving each other. And they said, oh, we don't need women. We don't need women. We can live without women and we can do without women. But in all essence is that because you're in a failure space, you have a tendency to complain about what's going on, so to change your environment and understanding that, hey, being masculine, understanding what you want in life, understanding a woman compliments you, she compliments your lifestyle, she doesn't complete you. All these things as being a man and understanding the direction that you want to go in, women will come. And once they do come, you got to have a plan and prepare for them when they enter. They got to be on your program. And don't be afraid to lose the woman, because when you're afraid to lose the woman, then you're weak. You become weak. If you idolize the woman, if you believe that's the end all be all, then you will be broke, alone, and feminine. That's how it goes.
Yeah, let me get it. I gotta get it. I'm excited about this shit.
Y'all go on.
That's awesome,
bro.
All right. So here, here's the problem with dudes, right? Dudes literally act like that their happiness, their joy stems from the bosom of a woman. And it don't. It stems from you, the man. Here's the thing, and I've been saying this for the longest. When it comes to your happiness, okay, as a man, you're not responsible for a woman's joy or a woman's happiness. And she's not responsible for yours either. The perfect organic situation is when both people come into the situation happy and joyous, independent of each other, and both of them make an effort not to upset the apple cart when it comes to each other. That's what it's about. It's not about you trying to make her happy. Like, you know what? Life is too stressful to be trying to worry about what the fuck a woman got going on. I'm worried about me. Because, look. Okay, women, look, I'm going to tell you something. You can never love me more than I love myself. So fuck what you got to say, okay? And the only woman that can even come close to loving me more than I love myself is my mother, and she dead.
That's
so
it.
fuck what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and I don't mean that in no disrespectful or mean way. I'm just being real about it. Right. You can never love me more than my mother loved me, and then more than I love myself. Now, you can love me or be enamored by me or care for me in whatever degree you want to care for me in, but I know it's based on how you feel about how I treat you. Right. So it's a condition. It's a condition. Motherfuckers say what they want. It's a condition based on that. Now, I'm not saying that a woman can't love a man unconditionally, but what I'm saying is when a woman decides a relationship is over, she normally emotionally checks out. That's normally how it starts. She emotionally checks out. And then what normally follows is either she cheat or she leave you and then she find another nigga, or she just ghost you and just be done with it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times it has to do with her not getting what she feels that she wants from the situation. And I'm not hating on that, because when we talk about having a healthy relationship between a man and a woman, a man is responsible for being consistent. Okay? If you're not authentic, consistent, and transparent as a man, you can never keep a woman. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I feel women when it comes to that, but most women don't even fucking understand that. When a dude is coming through them authentic, transparent, and consistent, like, I'm here, boo, where you at? You know what I'm saying? So for all the men that actually want to fuck with a woman on the strength and they come through with that authenticity, transparency, and consistency, niggas is asking where you at. Y'all got it.
Let me, absolutely, man. Yo, 50 blew it out the park. Kzaggin, you killed it too. You see, the problem is men are allowing women to define what a man is. Right now, we live in a society where A man is considered a real man if he does things that benefit a woman. That's not how it works, bro. Again, I can't teach a woman how to be a woman. I can only teach a woman how to be a woman with me. Right. A man has to learn from another man how to be a man, not a male. The problem is a lot of men are weak because they're pandering to the opposite sex. They are putting too much value in what's between their legs. And if you're an OG and you understand, that depreciates over time. So at the end of the day, men need to really focus on not the exterior, but focus on what these guys on this panel is telling you, because masculinity is a beautiful thing. It's not an easy thing, but it is a beautiful thing if you manage yourself accordingly. Women cannot dictate how you should behave. You have to know how to behave, and she has to be a mirror image of your behavior to complement you. That's the only way this shit's going to work, bro. Other than that, if you continue to look at a woman for guidance, she's going to bring you on a roller coaster, which in turn will make you less productive to be a man. That's what it is.
Fireball. Shout out to Joseph Avery and Sydney MGTOW for joining the membership. As like I said earlier, this ain't even like me being high post. I don't know, 1950, Kzaggin, y'all watch out for that shit. When me and Lawrence did the Free Game Friday shows, they did a stream wave and shit, and we had a bunch of racist cat came in here and talking shit, bro.
Like 100 people. Yeah.
Really?
Are you serious?
You watch the replay, there is no chat, bro. That's how much shit it was.
Yeah, they kind of hacked his stream, and like 100 people started talking shit. So be careful for that. That's the first time I've ever seen that.
Damn. I'm not. You know, I am not that nigga for that.
That's that StreamYard.
I ain't that nigga.
That's that StreamYard. See, I'm on Ecamm. Ecamm is like protected, man. They ain't letting nobody in like that.
We gotta get our weight up.
No doubt. I feel you, fam.
It was definitely interesting. Hey, Principal Bay, go ahead, Lawrence.
What's up, Bay?
It was through somebody else's channel who sent people over so they can screen share how you're going to react when they come to your page. That's how that took place. So it didn't matter if you were on Ecamm or StreamYard or whatever.
Okay.
These people just came out of nowhere to do that. So back to what we were talking about the masculinity part. And I think you brought us on all together because we pretty much are all in the same age bracket, and how it used to be. I'm going from 70s to 80s, how it used to be and how men responded and how they dealt with women. It's completely how different they deal with it, say in these 2000s. If anything I learned, we made it a mission. Our thing was to go to the mall and see how many numbers we got. Whether we got rejected or not, we were going out there to get numbers. Now everything is so technical. You got to say this, you got to do that. No, we just knew we went out there. We practiced on what we were going to say, and we said what we were going to say, and we got the number. The next thing was, once we got the number, okay, we're going to call. It wasn't, should I wait 5 days or should I wait 2 days? Should I wait for 3? No, hey, I'm going to call you. Then we went on. It wasn't so much. It's like we got a culture of men who are used to wearing the helmets. When back in the 80s, we didn't wear helmets to ride the bike. We just did what we need to do. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the problems. They're too cautionary when it comes to dating, relationships. This may happen, that may happen. I may lose an arm. Okay, I understand that there's some risk involved, but at the end of the day, take the helmet off, get on the dirt bike, and go jump over the ramp.
Oh, dear.
I dig that.
So, Raining Woman, Mahogany, Viking coming in, and Leah coming in, and somebody else. Principal Bay coming in. Left to right.
You know, let me say this, and this is what a lot of guys don't think about. Women are as strong as we are. When we're weak, women are weaker. Period. Period. And the modern day man is weak and soft as fuck. Period. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I'm saying? Now, I guarantee you, all of us a little bit older, if we look at our fathers and then we look at our grandfathers, and some of us who can remember, we look at our great grandfathers, we can see the motherfucking testicles shrinking. because niggas is on some fallopian tube shit now. Like it's whack. Like dudes blame women for fucking everything. And my thing is, women, look, and I said this because it was a Facebook post, and dudes was trying to critique women. And I said, women would only take constructive criticism from men that they are, one, attracted to, and two, they respect.
Good.
Period. If
That's
they're not
facts.
attracted to you and they don't respect you, you can't tell them nothing.
It's similar to what a woman considers harassment from a man she's not attracted to versus a man she is attracted to, flirting. You said something very important, bro. You said that if we look at our fathers, you know, their testicles were different because it was a different time. A lot of men, again, they are mirroring women. They are applying what they find attractive in a woman into themselves. And in hindsight, it's not working out for them. They don't see the damage that is going to occur when they lose their steam. When they get older, they can't do the same shit they were doing before. So at the end of the day, if a man solely relies on a partnership, a woman, to complete him, he is doomed to fail. Because I'm going to say this. I'm going to jump out the window and say this shit. I truly believe that monogamy weakens a man. And I'm going to explain why. Hold on. I had to. Fuck it. Hold on. Let me explain. Now, I'm not condoning infidelity, but what I'm saying is, as a man, when we lose what you don't use. Innately, we are biologically wired to produce. You know, like a lion, we gotta hunt, we gotta do our thing. Monogamy, the underlying tone of monogamy is monotony, right? So if you don't have your mind right, your shit together, a man is going to practice infidelity. But what happens in the long run, that hurts him because he is solely relying on a woman to complete him. The only way, if a man wants to be monogamous in a relationship, he has to ensure that his woman is doing different things to prevent the monotony, role play, do things that are going to elevate the relationship to keep him on a swivel. Because at the end of the day, if you continue to be monogamous, this is why a lot of guys don't like long-term relationships or guys who get married, because they let themselves go. They get fat. You got a broad rubbing a guy's belly. When he started out as a fit dude, he's locked in because a woman is insecure, and a woman feels more secure when you diminish your value. When you're not doing everything, when you're making everything about her, she feels more at ease. But in hindsight, she is attracted to the other people, to other men who used to look like you. So monogamy and monotony can weaken a man if he does not have his mind right.
Real quick.
Who got next?
AV, real quick. Let me say this, and I'm gonna end it with this. And y'all wonder why women get bored by monogamy? Because niggas ain't got the endurance. They ain't got the stamina. They ain't got the staying power to come with the same energy they came with to get the woman. That's why they can't keep the woman. Y'all got it.
Let's go.
Well, a lot of times too. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
No, you good, my G.
All right. So a lot of times too, men don't demand respect from the woman.
Facts.
They're looking for love, and when you're looking for love over respect, then you're gonna lose this woman. So what happens is a lot of men get comfortable and stop leading, and when you stop leading, then they feel like they're in a relationship with another woman. So when they feel like they're in a relationship with another woman, what do they get? They get catty. Have you seen a reality TV show with all women? That's what happens, right? It's no structure. They're all over the place. See, what happens as a man, we bring balance.
Yes.
We bring logical thinking. So when that happens, that's when she is always encouraged to continue to try her hardest to please you and make you happy as a man.
I'm glad you said that.
50. Let's go.
50 with it. 50 with it.
So I'm glad you said that with the monogamy, because the interesting thing, why it doesn't work for some men, because as we all know, as we all teach here, is when you place her on a platform or place her on the pedestal. See, a man who has a purpose for his life, his own purpose, and he's doing his own thing, can work monogamy because he's not monotonous, because he's always doing something. He has something that he's always building.
Right.
He's always doing something. He's always going to another level. So he takes it's not devaluing the woman. He knows where his value is. Now she has something that she can walk into. Oh, this man has a vision. Wait a minute, he's going to the next step. He's doing that. It keeps her on her 10 toes, what? Down. What must I do to keep this man? Because he has something bigger that he's striving for. What happens is, in this generation, we have a lot of men who are just striving for nothing, but expecting everything. I think, Mr. You said it earlier. We got a lot of men who are entitled from women, but they're not. They don't have nothing really to offer. What are you bringing? I hate that the whole bring to the table thing, but what are you? You can't just bring your dick to the table.
Right, because a lot of these dudes don't even know how to use it. But Fee, I would love to hear what your thoughts are on that. A lot of these dudes don't know how to use that dick.
Yo, real quick.
I know Zaggil's gonna jump on that.
Yo, real quick. Niggas is bringing bronze, but they're expecting platinum returns.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally, niggas is bringing bronze to the table, but they're expecting platinum returns. And Afi, I know AV was wanted to pass it to you, and I'm gonna pass it to you. Here's what I want men to think about. Okay, you can't ask a woman for something you're not willing to give of yourself. You can't. It's impossible. Okay, you can't ask a woman to bring value to your situation when you don't have value to offer. You can't. It's fucking impossible. Now, if all you want is some sex, maybe you can get away with that. But if you want a woman to really respect you and give a damn about you, and actually be considerate of you, you have to have value to bring to her situation where you want value in return. Now, for all women listening right now, I'm gonna tell you. Now, I'm not speaking for these men. I'm speaking for myself. I'm gonna tell you right now, your beauty don't mean shit to me.
Facts.
Your pussy don't mean shit to me. Keep
Another
it.
Include me in that.
Yeah, I'm in that too.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Your pussy don't mean shit. I can get that. You know what I'm saying? Your education and your level of career success don't mean shit to me. I'm not impressed by that. Now, I can appreciate the sacrifices you made to get where you at, but if it don't benefit me, fuck that. I don't give a fuck about that. What else you got? So, women, we taking away your beauty, your pussy, your academia, and your career success. What do you got after that? Holla at us.
Boom.
Y'all got it.
Fee, what you said? What you got to say? Please help us.
What was the question about monogamy?
I'm saying, monogamy. I feel like monogamy weakens men. What is your take on that?
Yeah, bro, it does, bro. Because I mean, I'm not saying that you a simp if you are, but it's not the same version of you when you single, bro. It's not. It's not the same version, bro. Man, it's like when you do a lot of when you in a relationship and you committed, you're doing a lot of shit you don't want to do, bro. Regardless of who say what, bro, and you got the woman in check and all of that shit, it's still not the same as being by yourself, bro. It's just different, bro. So it makes you a little soft, bro, because you gotta be half and half, bro. You can't be all about yourself in a relationship, not a healthy one. It's just not gonna work unless you're dealing with a slave. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not dealing with no slave, you're gonna have to compromise a little bit, and then a lot of times it just happens indirectly because you start kind of getting comfortable and you start getting into my woman is my best friend type of fucking mode and shit. And then you start kind of like, oh, baby.
That's funny.
Yo, 50 said, I agree with what you're saying, Fee, but at the same token, 50 says some shit. You can't, there's no chill for a man. You cannot get comfortable. If you are, listen, it does take a lot of work because, as you know, you got to reward a woman. You got to reward her submissiveness. Even though you expect it, you still have to make her, reward her, incentivize her to do it and, celebrate it. But at the same time, you have to consistently work on trying to be the closest version of who you were when you guys first got together. Mm-hmm. That's the tricky part. And at the same time, you also have to embrace her independence. So that way she's not always up under you. This is my theory on it. At the end of the day, bro, if a man loses himself with a union, if he loses himself with the union, he will be doomed to fail because you are not going to be the same person. Afi and I said some shit. You you will fall in and out of love with your partner. So you cannot solely be enamored with someone by your side, because anything can happen. So as a man, you have to dictate your relationship based on the benefits that she will create for you, and in turn you will create for her by her following your program, bro. That's the only way it's going to work, especially for men like us. Because men like us, listen, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
It's exhausting to be with a man like me because of the standards, but I reward that. It's kind of like a workout. When you work out, you put her through a routine, but she doesn't. During the routine, it's hard, but she is thankful that she was put through that routine because there's a benefit at the end. As a man with standards like us, it is exhausting for a woman, but a woman will be rewarded if she endures the exhaustion and the standards that you apply to her.
Let me get it.
That's how I feel about this shit.
Let's get it. Look, AV, Marcus Graham, I feel you.
Let's go.
Bro. I'm all about rewarding my woman.
Right.
I'm all about, look, I don't got no problem paying for her to get her hair done, for her to get her toes and nails done. Mm-hmm. And I want her to go to the best shop where she get mimosas served to her while she getting her nails done. Mm-hmm. I want her to go to the best shit, and I'll pay for everything. I'll give her my debit card and be like, baby, go ahead and do you. Mm-hmm. But it's a reward for something she's done.
Right.
It's not just because she's a woman.
Right.
It's not just because she has a vagina. Okay. I can get ass for free. Right. So I'm not gonna reward you for ass. Okay, that's transactional sex. I don't do that. But what I do is say, you got me, you making sure you got my back, you stepping outside of the box for me, you going above and beyond for me, I got you. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, my G. Go ahead, my boy.
No. I'm just saying. I see, and this is what I want women to understand. Because when I talk about, and I got videos when I talk about women campaigning for me, but while a woman is campaigning for me, I'm showing out for her. Yeah. As long as she campaigning for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I want women to understand there's a segment of guys, which none of these guys up here are among those segment of guys who would just do shit just because you got a vagina.
Right. Let me say this. I'm not saying that you can't be game tight and a player when you got a girlfriend, but it's still not the same level because you got to compromise sometimes. And when you by yourself, you got to compromise no time.
No, don't say compromise. Like, I feel like you calling me a male bitch. I don't like the word compromise, nigga. Don't say the word compromise.
Not you.
I'm fucking with you, nigga.
Yeah, just anybody in the relationship, just like, I'm so tired. Can you cook for me? If it's my bitch, I'll be like, fuck that, hell no. But if it's my wife, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna see. It's just.
But that's different though.
That's different.
That's different.
I don't agree, Alfie.
Yeah. Go ahead. What do you think? Lda?
I don't agree because it's all about intention. And why you're doing that. For a girlfriend, it's different versus for a wife, it's completely different. You have a different level of commitment that you have with the individual. It's all in how you approach it and how you set up your program, or how you set up how she's going to interact with you at the beginning. So to feel like it's an obligation is wrong, but feel like that this is something that I do because guess what? She has poured in me and I have poured in her. It's a completely different outlook versus feeling like it's an obligation.
See, and that's where LDA, that's where I fuck with you at. An obligation, I don't fuck with women on no obligation.
Right.
I fuck with you on, I feel cool. Like, I gotta sleep at night. Look, I gotta sleep at night. I gotta sleep like a baby at night with my ass in the air. If I do something where I'm compromising my manhood, I can't do that. But if I do something for a woman, it's gotta be because I felt like she earned it. She's worthy of it. I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want.
You're right, man.
What's your take, 50?
Go ahead.
You're right, man. I would never give anything to a woman based off her potential, right? Because what we're saying is that we're hoping she'll become what I want her to become. I need her to be in the lane for me in order for me to reward her. It's something about a woman that understands her position in the relationship, right? And you have to reward that because that's a mindset that she's in with, right? So we got to reward the mindset. That is what you're really rewarding. The actions of what she's doing, being thoughtful, thinking of you, taking care of certain things. You got to reward that because at the end of the day, that's what you expect from her. And her reward is seeing you happy, being in my
Facts.
life. Like I always tell men, protect your last name. When you got a last name that she wants kids with your last name.
Right.
She wants direction. She wants leadership, and she wants structure and protection. So all these things that a man needs to provide to a woman are sacred. And men nowadays don't even go past the first loop. They just move them in 2 weeks and saying, hey, take all my resources, use everything up that I got. You know what I mean? I think men right now are acting real vaginal with the way they dress. Their mood swings is very vaginal. I can't stand these mood swings from young men, older men that's out here crying on national TV, being emotional, slapping women up and doing all type of crazy shit because you feel like that she should be doing what you say, and she ain't doing none of it because you're not acting like a man. Then you want to go to the third thing. They're not reliable. Men don't even keep steady positions in work. And how is it that you calling yourself a man, but you can't even keep your word to a place that you know that you need employment to take care of yourself? This has zero to do with anything else. Another thing, you're dirty macking men. You're out here having babies by women, and you can't even take care of them. So then you're spreading yourself thin when it comes to kids. Look, your legacy matters.
Facts.
You have to know if you don't protect your legacy, you are not a man, because legacy is what she's involving herself in. And if she's going to allow you to have these kids, meaning she wants your kids, she's trying to be a part of your life, you got to make sure you pick the right ones, man. Straight up.
Absolutely.
Like that.
Slick Rick.
1,000%. 1,000%.
50 killed it. Let's go.
Look,
Slick Rick, what's good, my G?
So right now, it's just me and you that say, man, it make you kind of weak. And then 1950 LDA and Kzaggin disagree. So Rick Torres, we tying it? Or me and Alpha Villain said, mahogany, it makes you a little soft. What do you say, bro?
I think for some guys, I think for some guys they do get comfortable and they forget what it took to get her, and they lax up and they may not take care of themselves the way they should. Just like 1950 said, they kind of get comfortable and they're not coming with the same energy that they were able to get the woman. And it's not so much getting her, but getting the right one, because I can testify to not getting the right one. And it took me a long time. And a lot of times I looked at myself and I do put the blame on myself because I did pick her. But mine was kind of crazy and camouflaged herself because she had an agenda. She figured she'd get a good guy. You know, she knew I was going to be loyal. She knew I was going to be a family man. And once she had the kids, it was a whole different ballgame. So at that stage, you can't just say, well, fuck this, I'm out. You know, because I come from having a mom who raised me and my brother, and I never knew what it was to have my father around. So I always felt like for me to break that cycle was to be the man, stay there, do what I got to do. Even if I got to sacrifice my happiness for the time being, my sons are going to grow up with that foundation and have me there to guide them to be the men that could be productive, not be walk on. Like, so a lot of these guys now, you know, they've had decades of being raised by women and they don't have a real man figure in their lives. So these kids are growing up with all these feelings and they don't know who they are. And the parents are pushing them to take some kind of medication so they can change their gender. It's crazy. I know that what I did. Let me get it. I know what I did for my kids. I'm confident in knowing that these guys saw what's the right way to do. Even though it didn't work out with me and his mom, with their mom, they saw how I handled everything. And it was all, if I didn't take the lead to take care of this, they probably would have been in her hands, you know. So
I would like Zach. I know K wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You got it.
So I think that was excellent. Pardon me, I just sneezed. But okay, so we always talk about picking the right woman.
Yes.
You can pick the right woman. Picking the right woman is one thing. Keeping the right woman in check is another.
Yes. 100%.
And I'm sure 50 or LDA, pardon me, can elaborate on that because a lot of these guys need instruction, play by play. Mm-hmm. How do you keep a woman in that right space? How do you keep a woman to behave the same way she did to grab your attention? Easy. That's where the work comes in, and this is why men are weak because again, they are doing what females do. Females, we said this on Afi's shit on Thursday. Females would rather leave something as opposed to try and fix it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now men are doing the same thing. Men are weak because they don't want to wear the crown that it takes to be a man. Mm-hmm. They say they're men because they're anatomically men, but they're not doing the shit that they need to do. They too busy looking at YouTube and congregating with dudes that are preying on their losses versus their wins. Mm-hmm. Exactly. When you win a team, I know 1950 like San Francisco 49ers.
All day.
Hold on. I'm throwing him the ball. Hold on. I know. I'm throwing him the ball and shit so he can go. But what I'm saying is, you celebrate wins. In this space, they celebrate their losses. And that's why their subscribership is so large because the majority of the people that subscribe to them are losing. This is why our subscriberships are minimal because we celebrate wins. It's easier to be a loser than a winner. And a man is always striving to be a winner. 50, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely. Oh, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Kzag.
No.
Yeah, Kzag wanted to say something.
No, you got it.
All right. So, how to maintain a woman? This is straight up facts.
Let's go.
The way you maintain a woman is to have a plan for yourself. You have to be in love with yourself first. If you're not in love with yourself first, you cannot execute how to have someone be infatuated and love you. Also, never really fall in love. Fall in like. Because when you fall in like,
I can't take it.
You're able to let her go. You're able to let her go. If you're able to let her go and have one foot out the door, then she understands your value is you. So at the end of the day, I got a program that I follow from top to bottom. Now, if she gets to level 5 and she says, you know what, this is not for me. I want you to have a great life, sweetie. I'm going to move on my entire self. If you're afraid to lose the woman, you're not confident in your next move. Straight up. You maintain her by understanding your wants, your needs, your desires, but also never rely on a woman to ever make you happy. If you rely on others to make you happy, you will be disappointed. If you love yourself, every morning you look in that mirror and say, you know what? I'm never going to do you wrong. I love you so much. I'm going to lead myself in the right direction. And guess what? If she don't want to follow, she can move on like everybody else.
Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen?
What you say about that?
Straight up, bro.
Can I get an amen?
Let's go, sermon.
I respect it, man. Straight up.
Oh, man.
All right,
what say you, LDA?
So one of the things he pretty much he cover every base, first, second, and third, and he hit a home run. So what do you say after that? So I bring up the preacher that already preached.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say after that, but amen. But one thing I would add is one of the things to maintain is for a man to realize, which I think a lot of guys in this space, not us, don't realize that it takes work. And a lot of times, a lot of men want the magic kingdom without building the bricks to lead to the magic kingdom. How, you know what I mean? So they don't want to put in the work to maintain a relationship, but they want
LDA,
all
it takes
the
work
friends
on
to benefit.
yourself. On yourself.
Right.
It takes work on yourself.
So, but just when you work on yourself, now I'm gonna get a little esoteric. When you work on yourself, she now becomes a reflection of you. And now she's a reflection of you. Guess what? She has no other choice but to rise up higher. Because as I taught before, I taught it many times. You are the sun, and she is the what? Moon. So you need to check out what reflection is she really reflecting from. Is she reflecting from your son or from somebody else's son? So you got to really
perfectly put.
Perfectly
put.
Let's talk about it. So
let me get Sydney MGTOW super.
Let me go on Facebook, man, and subscribe to you, brother. Let me find you.
What the fuck,
Sydney?
Go ahead, Kay. Go ahead, Kay.
All right. So
hold on. We're gonna read the super chat real quick. Go ahead, Fee.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
men gotta know that what attracts. Be quiet is very different to keep her attracted and feeling a certain way. They keep combining for ages. They're attracted by shit.
I got you. They're attracted by being prioritized.
Hold on.
They remain attracted by your self-prioritization. Go ahead, my G. Go ahead, Kay.
Right, so when I say, if I drop a video titled "Sometimes you have to break a woman down and build her back up," and I say in that video you have to build her in the image of you, am I wrong?
Absolutely not.
You're right.
Keep going.
Am I wrong? Well, you gotta break her the fuck down and build her back up in the image of you. So that means everything that she thinks makes her special, you strip away. And you say it ain't special to me.
Let me say why it could be perceived wrong because of how it's presented. Because you're talking to men understand that. For women, they're not going to understand what you just said. Yeah, but if you realize what exactly are you breaking down? You're breaking the image of every other man that has been in her life, so that what's built up, the image of the man that's in her life.
Yeah.
See, a lot of times,
and
what you're dealing with is the image or the perceptions of other men. That's why I say other sons.
Right.
And she's still orbiting in her mind about them instead of orbiting what around you and reflecting what to your earth.
Right.
What's your earth? Where everything takes place, your manifestation.
Like
so what the problem is, a lot of when you say breakdown, that needs to be broken down. So now she knows, what does LDA like? He likes this. Don't feed him no eggs. He knows, okay, he gets up at a certain time, 6:30, I'm up. Why? Because it's a new image. So what you're doing, you're breaking down. I'm from the church, so I'm about to say the church. You're killing.
It's Sunday. Let's go.
What you're doing is you're destroying idols. Actually, in Jeremiah, they talk about building up, destroying and building back up. That's what the prophet said. So we forget that we are the prophets to destroy things and to build things back up. But I'm just talking to this subject.
No,
and real quick, Zach. So also just to piggyback on what he's saying, the woman needs to be built in your image too, especially if you plan on having kids. Because what happens is we're not guaranteed tomorrow. So if I leave this planet, I need to know that she's going to instill my values into these young women and men. So again, if you're building your life based upon what she wants, when the kids come, then she's going to raise her daughters and spoil her sons. That's what they do, right? So they're going to strengthen the daughter to go out and fight, and then the boy is sit on the couch next to mommy. I'll take care of you until I get tired of you. And then when you get tired of him, you push him into another woman, which is going to be what? Some woman that feels like she needs to take care of him, and then she's gonna take care of him to a point that she can't use him anymore, and then she's gonna move on from him too. So she's destroying your life unknowingly because she has lost the structure of a good man in her life, and all because that man decided to drop that ball straight up.
And they get easily manipulated. Those guys get manipulated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let me say this. Let me give 3 examples from history. If we look at the Honorable Marcus Garvey, he had to leave the United States because they put him in exile, right?
He was a Moor.
Moor, right? So he had to leave. But what did his wife do with his teachings. She took the teachings of Marcus Garvey and what? Put them in books so that we can read today. Look at Malcolm X. What did Betty do? She carried the vision of what? Malcolm X. We look at Coretta Scott King. What did she do? After her husband died, what?
She carried on the teaching. She carried on the teaching.
What?
Right.
See, what happens
Right.
is, but what we miss is we have not thoroughly given our women our philosophies, our ideologies, and what we think, so they can carry on to the next generation. But yet, we want to blame them. What have you really done as a man?
Let's talk about it.
This is how we move. This is how we do things. Now, granted, I understand every woman is not ready for that type of thing, but that's what it comes to the man that knows how to choose what correctly.
Right, that's right.
Let's talk about it though. LDA, let's talk about it though. So look, real quick. I want every man and every woman, specifically every man. We spread so much game. Y'all should be paying for the shit. We put so much out there. Y'all should understand what the fuck we saying. I'm saying it's important. Okay, and the homie right there. I don't know your name. The homie with the beard with the glasses.
Oh, Rick.
Yeah, Rick.
All right. We came through. We all came through. Right. And we spread so much shit. Look, y'all motherfuckers need to understand. It's not a joke. We're all very serious about what we're talking about. And if you don't know, rewind this shit and listen again, so you can understand how passionate we are about what we talk. But I'm gonna be passionate right now because I want y'all motherfuckers to get passionate right now. So all y'all motherfuckers listening, hit the like button. Okay, if you don't want to donate no money, cool. I'm not all about that. If you want to do that too. But at least hit the fucking like button. Share and subscribe. You got 6 motherfuckers right now. The bare minimum you can do is hit the fucking like button. And if you want to know who a motherfucker is, off you running this shit, say, who is he? What's his YouTube channel? What's his Facebook? What's his IG? Get involved. Do some shit. Y'all got it.
Hey, shout out to Sydney again for the super chat. He said, bros, I got to bounce, but you're spitting all facts. Thank you, brother. If y'all got some questions, man, put them in the chat, man. We all love. And what you guys think? Do you think that makes you look weak or what? And what do you guys think is the problem with the guys? I think that the problem is that guys put sex on the pedestal. That's what I think. JB, what up? Fireman, what up? Joe Blast, what up?
What happens is when a man has a vision that's bigger than his life, it actually pulls people into it. So yes, he puts sex becomes not essential, or that he does not want to do it, but he realizes vision is greater than just getting sex, because he realized he's not building just for now. He's building he's transgenerational. So I give you an example. When I talk to my sons, I said, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my grandkids right now. So when I correct you, when I drop knowledge in you, when I give you something, I'm not saying it for you. I'm saying it for my grandkids. Now, even if you don't have kids, the people, even me doing my show is for the people there, but for the next generation. So when they go back and look at the tape, and say they go LDA, and they go find me on YouTube or any social media, we see what he said and now how it applies to my life now.
You know what else? You know what I also think that weakens men is, again, they don't really have a plan, like 50 said. And they're listening to YouTube, right? Encouraging males or men who have no plan to try to make a woman be the image of them that have no plan. They want to jump to the letter H before they go through the ABCD. They want to skip steps. They want to do the cheat code. They want to do the microwave. They don't want to cook. They want to do everything quick. So now they're looking at everyone's perceived success, but they're not looking behind the scenes. When these cameras come off, we're all human. We all have personal lives. We probably have all problems. We have problems, solutions, right? Obstacles, rather, pardon me. And we solve them. Right? But we still come on here because for the greater good. Right. We know what y'all want to get the subscribership to be popular, but we know what you need. You got to build a foundation, man. And if you continue to look at people that don't care about you. You continue to pander after women who don't even notice you. You will continue to be weak because you are spread so thin. You're not going to have a foundation to build the life that you want. And women look at everything. We always talk about these broads. These broads are mad smart. They do the research. They talking shit. They know deep down that they need a man to guide them, because guiding people takes work, and women are lazy. The only time women put effort into shit is their beauty. They put, why is that? Because they see value in their beauty, because they know that's all that they have. So when you create a program and a plan, and the plan has value for anyone who is with you in that plan, she will be incentivized to follow your lead and your program, and you continuously evolve the plan and reward her, and continue to let her know that if you stick with me, you will be rewarded. But these are the things that you have to do to be with a man like me. This is the cost. Fee, go ahead, bro.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, this is. Oh, go ahead.
Respect to you, brother. Go ahead, LDA. I see you praying.
Nah, 50, it was 50. Okay, it was 50.
Go ahead, bro.
The best thing you can tell a woman is no, right?
Facts.
And the reason why is because she is going to respect that when you tell her no, there's value behind that. So look, this is what I mean by that. So like, if she wants to go out and hang out and do all these things, and I say, nah, I ain't gonna do that tonight, then she's gonna want to know why. When you tell her why. So now you're explaining to her your reasonings and understanding. That's teaching her. Right. Because when you tell her yes, you're not teaching her anything. You're just giving her exactly what she wants all the time. Now, I'm not saying sometimes you can't say, yeah, okay, we can rock like that. But that's after you vet her for a very long time and having her understand that what you are bringing to the table is, I'm a teacher. So I'm teaching you the game. I'm teaching you how to understand and respond and have your mood and your aura around me. Because I am the man who has the burden of understanding your Rubik's Cube. I have that burden because I got to now figure out what's good in you and what's bad in you, and I got to pull it out and throw that out. And then I got to explain to you why you can't move like that no more.
And why you
did So one of my rules at a household was always this: you can go out with your girls. If this is when we're living together, we're staying together, we're married or whatever, right? You can go out with your girls with approved friends.
Facts.
Approved. And the reason why I will tell you this, men, is because influence corrupt. And a negative influence can corrupt your situation more than you know it. So not only that, the other rule was is that if you're going to leave with your friends, make sure dinner's made for me and the family, right? Even if they're not home, make sure dinner's made, because your responsibility is me first. Another thing is you're not going out 2 weekends in a row. And you know why? Because your priority is home. If your priority's home, then you should already know 2 weekends in a row, that's half the month. Right. We have building to do. Right. There's more things I can teach you than you going to do that. Now, understand, when women get a good man, what happened to their friends? They normally wiggle away. The good ones stay close because those are the one who respect her situation. Straight up.
I got a video. Hold on. I got a video. I got a video. It says why you should want your woman to cheat. Yes, I got a video.
Wait. You said you got a video on why you want your woman to cheat?
Yes, I got a video saying why you should want your woman to cheat.
Why I want my woman to have sex with other dudes? I need to hear it.
Yeah. That's but watch the video though. Watch the video. Okay. And I'll break it down only in Kzaggin 20 faster because nobody can break it down like a nigga like Mr. So look,
Afi, what's your take on
that? Sounds pretty interesting. What's the sample of that? Because I want to know.
Yeah. No, check it out. I'm done talking about it. I want y'all niggas to go check it out on your own free time.
It's a cliffhanger. It's a cliffhanger. We got to go back to see.
I want Afi's take on approving your girl's friends.
That's cool though. I'll check it out.
Afi, what's your take on
why you should want your woman to cheat? That's what it's called. Why you
Okay.
why you should want the woman to cheat?
I'll look it up.
Nah, no doubt. We'll look that up. Yo, Afi, I would like to hear your take on what 50 said about approving your girl's friends. And what do you think of your girl's female friends' influence has on your relationship?
Shit, to be honest with you, bro, a woman won't be my female with the friends all like that. I don't like that type of shit. I don't like women.
Why?
Because I just don't, bro. I don't like, that's like 17, 19 to 25, bro. I don't want no grown-ass woman hanging out with like 10 girls and shit, man. Fuck that.
No, but I hear you, but the audience would like to hear, you know what I mean? You got to break it down for these, but you already know.
Shit, bro, just cause. It's like it's too much stuff. Because it's like it's me and they shit. They and they shit. I got to hear about what they got going on.
Yeah.
And whenever we got problems, I got 7 strangers all in my mix giving my girl advice.
Right. They could be the worst influence.
You gotta be like 3 deep in a max, bro. If she tell me she going on a girl trip and it's like 10 deep, bro, I don't rock with it. But that's just me. I'm not saying that's the rule for you guys, but for me, it don't work. No, I like more introverted homebody women. I don't like women that go out to the club and shit, and then I go and I'm chilling at the house and I look at their stories and I don't like that. That don't.
Yeah, I don't approve of club at all. Clubs is out of the question with me. Now you can go to events. We can go to a concert or something. Man. Club, you gotta understand what club is, right? A club is a place where it's a meat market. It's you got to understand what environment you in, and as a protector, it's not even about who's there as a man, right? Like if your woman gonna choose these men, she gonna choose her man whether you tell her no or not. But what I'm saying is, I'm the protector of this woman. You got alcohol, you got desperate, thirsty men, and then you got women that's competing for the man's attention that may think that you taking it away. So now you got an environment for unsuccess. And if I'm having my woman make great decisions, a part of that is listening to what I want as a man and understanding how I want to run my stuff. When we raise, I don't have a daughter, but if I did have a daughter, what are you going to teach the daughter? Are these the values that you believe that women bring to the table right here? Is this what you would teach my daughter? This is what I'm saying. These are the conversations I would have.
Yeah, the friends could be the worst influence.
Like the girls that go to parties, Rick.
I know. No doubt. LDA wants to say something. Go ahead, LDA. And then Rick. And then LDA, then Rick. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you said you had a video. You did. I did a video over 10 years ago. I think about 10 years. 10 to 7 years ago. And I actually did it at a church. And it says, are you man enough to tell her no? And I spoke at a singles conference to men. And the men shook because they were not men enough to able to tell their woman or a potential woman no. The other thing to sort of add into what you were saying was this. I want to throw some words out. It's called self-check. Why would I say self-check? If you understand and you're putting down your program, you're explaining to her, since we're talking in that terms, she would automatically self-check. You say, you know what? I don't want to do this because I don't want to offend my man or make us look bad. And so I think a lot of times you got to realize, but it only happens when you set the order and the stage of how it is dealing with you and where you're going forward. She begins to self-check. And so I think a lot of guys, only way you can reap that reward of self-check is by you properly laying down and sharing how it is to interact with you. So it's a lot of things that are just because it's self-checked.
Let me get it.
Rick,
I like that.
Rick, go ahead. Say what you got to say.
I was going to say that sometimes the friends can be the worst influence on the relationship because she's got her crew of people that she hangs with, right? She has, I guess, the loyalty and then the peer pressure. So if her girlfriends want to do stuff and she may be on the fence, they'll break her down and they'll convince her to do what she's got to do.
Oh, hold on, real quick. Look. See, that's why, real quick, I'm a huge proponent. When you first meet women, the sexual attraction component is important.
Right.
But it's not just that. It's not just that, because a woman can be sexually attracted to you, but still not fuck with you like that.
Mm-hmm.
She still might not like you like that.
Right.
So it doesn't garner respect just because she want to fuck you. It don't garner that. So
Right.
real quick, I want dudes who are a little younger and don't understand the game.
Right.
Just because a woman want to fuck you, don't mean she respects you. Okay, or she likes
That's
you.
right. That's
She's
right.
just horny for the moment. Okay, understand that. Understand the difference. But when a woman is sexually attracted to you and she likes you,
Then you got it.
she don't want to disappoint you.
Exactly.
That's the cold thing. It's a gift and a curse. You young guys got it easy. Women don't value the sex the way they used to. You used to have to like go through steps and 1 date, 2 date, 3 date, and like women try to kind of like hold that up, but at the same time, bro, like I can literally meet a woman and she will tell me she want to sleep with me when I meet. See, like 15 years ago, even if that's what she thought, she wouldn't say it to me. It's just different now.
Well,
there was more value because of that, because of the image, right? So now promiscuity is so big, there's no value in it, right? So this is what we say. We talk about time. Our time is valuable when you are scarce with your time. You direct your time, your program. A real man is scarce, so it's valuable. But people don't understand the value in masculinity because the majority of men are listening. They're not hearing. They're repeating shit, jargon, glossary terms, shit that you guys talk about on the internet, but they can't explain it. You say some shit, but you can't explain it. So if you tell a broad something and you can't back it up with an explanation to show her why it will benefit her, she's not going to retain the information. So at the end of the day, you guys have to focus on comprehension. That's the only way that you can lead a woman, if you understand yourself and what is being told to you so you can convey it to your partner. She has to see the benefit in following your program. If you do not have a program, she will not follow she will not see the benefit in it. It starts with you. If you want a broad to be your image, you have to be a good image. It is what it is.
That's facts. It's true.
Okay.
No, it's AV hit the nail on the head. Is here's what's really going on. Okay, you're gonna have some women that will follow a man to the end, even if he's a bad leader. You have some women that were brought up a certain way; they will follow a bad leader. That's why, if you think about it, let's back it all the way up. If you think about the anger and the vitriol that women have in the game, it's because they follow so many bad leaders in their life. And they've always been fucked up and they led astray. Because niggas ain't really doing nothing for them. Because think about it. How many times have all of us run into women that were damaged? Because the last motherfucker before us fucked them up.
All women are damaged.
I agree.
They're all damaged. It's up to us to clean them up.
Thank you. But it's up to dudes who got real game and understand that, hey, I'm the representative of my representative. Like, I'm the man of my man. At the end of the day, when I deal with this woman, there's three things that I always tell dudes: authenticity, transparency, and goddamn, what's the last one? Goddamn, consistency. Authenticity, transparency, and consistency. When you are consistent and transparent with a woman, you put yourself in a position where you are actually vulnerable. Anytime you're truthful about who you are, you're always vulnerable. That creates truth. That creates a segment where a woman can believe in you. That creates an opportunity for you to teach her. Once she feels like you're vulnerable and you're being truthful in what you're saying, you can teach her. A lot of guys ain't there.
Absolutely. And we always throw out authenticity. I think the audience needs to understand our takes on authenticity, because I think they overcomplicate authenticity. And I think it's difficult because they consume so much content. It's hard for them to be authentic when they are mimicking or listening to somebody else as opposed to trying it themselves. You also said authenticity. You also said consistency. You can't be consistent unless you understand the authenticity that you want to portray. You also said transparency. Women understand more you better than you understand yourself. So when you are trying to be transparent based on somebody that told you on YouTube, You playing yourself, and it's not gonna work. And this is why you turn to MGTOW, you turn to black pill, you turn bitter, because your transparency, your authenticity is based on someone else's lifestyle, not your own. And then you wind up losing, and then you start doctoring people. You start getting mad at people that get paid for this shit, for consultations, because whatever they're telling you is not working for you because you are not applying it properly. So you want to blame other people for telling you what to do, but you, at the end of the day, what Rick said, he took the accountability on himself that he did something that he wasn't supposed to do. You have to take accountability only after you try it. You taking other people's accountability for the shit that they telling you to do that you're not doing. It doesn't make sense, my nigga.
Right.
Hey, LDA, go ahead, bro, and then War Report. You check in after that, bro.
Let me say something about back in the day in the lines of what we're talking about. One of the things that really helped me navigate as a young man, and I didn't do everything right, and I wasn't perfect, and I made a lot of mistakes, but one of the things that actually kept me maneuvering was having older men who went through things and who were successful at where I was going, actually mentor me and give me words to guide me to get past certain pitfalls that they had and they see me going into. And I think what happens is we talk about vetting women, but we need to vet the people that we say who's going to pour in our lives, especially as men, especially if you want to go to the next level, say whatever direction that you're going in. You need to vet the person who's going to pour into your life, that's going to take you to get you to where you need to go. I don't want to listen to a man who's at the homeless shelter telling me how to be a millionaire. He can't do that. I want to listen to a millionaire who knows how to get millions. And particularly, I want to see a millionaire who's lost $1 million and regain it back again, because he knows something. And I think a lot of times we need to be very selective, especially with the younger man, and selective in who you're listening to and who's pouring the information or the game, as we talked about over here, into you. And what you need to, one thing you need to make sure you look for where did they fail at? What did they do after they fail? And what receipts, as we talk about here, or what results do they have after that? So I want to make sure that's imperative. I cannot thank all the men who poured into me. In the street, out the street, business, millionaires. I can't thank them enough. But it made me into the man that I am today. I think that's something that we need to talk about here, not just here, but I'm talking about on YouTube in general.
It gave you a leg up.
Good stuff right there, big bro. War Report, you got action with the mic, and shout out to Mother Earth. You and all your friends and all white posting the books, cause I'm a G. You don't know how to have more than one book in the chat because you ain't got more than one. Go ahead, War Report. You got action with the mic or what? What?
Yeah, this y'all might be a little choppy, but you know.
No, you good, bro. You good.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I want to say salute to all the real boss players in the chat. Thank you for having me on the panel. You know, you guys are my OGs. Y'all old heads. You see what I'm saying? You the dudes around my way that when I was coming up, I knew who I could emulate things from. And the reason why I say that, the reason why I go so hard on dudes now is because my father and his generation, they dropped the baton. You see what I'm saying? That knowledge used to be passed down from father to son, father to son, father to son. That continuity has been broken. So, you know, dudes are soft nowadays. When I was coming up, there was no such thing as your mother coming to save you. If you had an issue with somebody, you had to squabble it out, or you couldn't come outside. They was going to clown you. Nowadays, it's to the point where dudes are being bailed out by their mamas, their grandmamas, so on and so forth. And so what I'm explaining to my old lady is that you cannot take a cub that was raised in captivity and then release him into the wild and expect him to act like a lion. 100%. He's not going to be able to. He's never been in that situation before.
Yeah.
So as hard as I go on females, one thing that I absolutely despise is a weak man. I hate that.
It's the worst.
I have my mother's last name. Why? because my father was a weak man. May Allah bless the dead. I don't like my grandfather because he was weak. I don't like, majority of the dudes in my family, no offense to them, some are cool, some are solid. But you can tell the interaction, you can tell how masculine a man is or how he's supposed to be with his interaction with women. Because I know dudes that run up on you with the strap in broad daylight, but go home to their old ladies and have them talk to them like they some dogs. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So what I'm like, my mission is to teach these young boys, because this is the generation that they're coming after. So all you guys that are on a panel, I watch your content. You see what I'm saying? I learn from it. I apply it to my life, and it's helped me. It's helped me in more ways than one. You see what I'm saying? Each one of you individually. You see what I'm saying? Hey Zag, you know what time it is. I work with you. It's 1950. We're gonna chop game. Coach Don P.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I worked with you before. We're gonna chop game. King Fee. I was on my deathbed. You see what I'm saying? He called me. The fact that he did that let me know that I always have to be 10 toes down with this dude. Alpha Villains. When I saw that post that you made on IG, that was literally a pause moment for me. I said, this is why I take the content that y'all do seriously, because y'all stand on principles above everything else.
Nah, facts, bro, and we appreciate you too, man. And again, for me, it's about learning, right? It's about learning from each other, bro. Because again, like I said earlier, man, I'm honored, bro, to be here. I'm very fortunate too and thankful, because again, I'm in a unique position. But to be around men, it motivates me, because it also makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing. Do we want to get paid for this? Do we want to turn this into a business? Absolutely. But that's the tail end of it. The most important thing for me is to really help men optimize their options by learning who they are and what they want to be. War Report says something very important. My father was weak. My father was weak, bro. AV Senior was weak. And I could say that confidently now. Yeah, he was a ladies' man, but his value was based on his natural ability to bag women. I had that natural ability. That natural ability stalled my progress, right? So now that I understand that, and I no longer put value in a woman because I understand them, now it's my duty to talk about it. The reason why we are qualified to talk about this shit is because A, we were born in a different era, and B, you guys don't understand that we are a dying breed. It is our responsibility to tell you how it used to be and how it needs to be for you to survive this world that we call that we live in. Because at the end of the day, everything that's against us right now, especially masculine men, if we do not stick together, and I'm not talking about kumbaya shit, I'm talking about really spitting this authentic masculine energy game. It ain't about women, it's about masculinity. 100%. So you can dictate your future. 100%. Because if you follow a woman, television and everything else, bro, you are doomed to fail, bro. And that's what it is.
Right, if I was oh, go ahead.
No, you got it.
If I was super chat, if
I was it, hey, the way I speak, if I was a complainer, I would probably have 100,000 subs right now.
Facts,
I promise you.
Bro.
And the reason why I don't is because a lot of men's lives, they can't see what we're talking about as being achievable. So because they don't think that they can achieve this type of happiness or this level of respect from a woman, then they look at us as saying, oh, nah, man, they out here lying, man, because they don't believe that they can get what we have. And all we're saying to them is normal man shit. Straight up.
Right.
Absolutely.
The knowledge.
All right, real quick. So we're going to do a roll call. Mr. 1950, where you living at right now?
I'm in Cali.
AV, where you living at?
I'm in Miami.
Rick.
LDA, where you at?
I'm in Cleveland.
Rick, where you at?
New York City.
Alfie, where you at?
Oakland.
To the town, baby.
I'm in San Antonio, Texas. Little old San Antonio, Texas. Home of the newest motherfucking dude that was the motherfucking Hall of Fame basketball, Tim Duncan. But yo, Look, the whole point of me calling out everybody and everybody naming their shit.
War report from Salt Lake City.
You said what?
War report. He from DC.
There you go. There you go. But the whole point of me calling on everybody is I want everyone to know that in our own individual cities that we do what we do. We get it in how we get it in. Regardless, there is no excuses. A man is a man whatever coast he's on. A man is a man no matter what time zone he's in. A man is a man no matter what country he travels to. Whether he catches a plane, a boat, a jet ski, a fucking skateboard, nigga, a man is a man. And all these excuses that motherfuckers make about being a man, and this is what I want motherfuckers to understand about being a man. You can't claim victimhood. You can't do that.
Right.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
No, nobody cares. Bro, hold on. AV, for all you niggas that got ties to New York or from New York, I know y'all seen it, where there was two dudes fighting, and the dude walked around and took the dude's bike. Right? Y'all know y'all seen that shit.
Yeah, that's old school. Yeah, I got my bike robbed too. Yeah, no, that's normal.
Bike, took the dude, and the horses rolled right over them niggas while they was fighting. Like the horses stepped on them niggas while they was entangled.
Right.
Don't nobody care about you. You could die and people will rummage through your pockets and nobody would care.
100%.
That's how real the world is. So y'all think women give a fuck about y'all? And y'all crying and bitching about a woman? And these motherfuckers would take your last dime in front of a cop. They took the nigga ran up on his bike and then strolled off in front of everybody in broad daylight.
Facts.
And y'all think women give a fuck about y'all? Come on, man.
And you know what though? 50 said something earlier. I know he did a stream on the Joe Budden shit about loving yourself first. Kzaggin said something very important. Nobody cares about you, and that's not something to be mad about. Because when you love yourself and you care about yourself, people will be forced to follow you and say, that's intriguing. Why does he love himself so much? You are responsible for your happiness, the love that you have, everything. And that is a trait of a man, to be self-sufficient. You have to understand and not be reliant on anyone to complete you. If the Most High blesses you with alliances like I'm doing right now, good woman, good people in your life, you have to embrace that, nurture it, but at the end of the day, know that it could be taken away from you. Exactly. Here's another thing. A lot of men, bro, a lot of men are too worried about a female's energy versus their own energy. A lot of dudes are like, yo, a lot of niggas think that they can't afford a bitch. For me, a bitch can't afford me. And the reason I say that is because if you can't sponsor bottle service for me and my niggas, or you can't, you can't take me on a trip, you're not for me, because I put the value in my mind. A broad has to see that if she's going to invest in you, she has to see what she's investing in. And it starts with you, my nigga. Niggas are worried about she's a gold digger. What about what you want? What restaurants have you been to that you want to be at? What bottles do you want to deal with? So niggas need to stop worrying about what a woman wants and focus on what the fuck they want. And that will allow them to be transparent and tell them their program, like 50, Kzaggin, and everyone else said.
Hashtag her debit card works too.
Facts.
Let me tell you something. If a woman don't spend no money on me, I don't fuck with her. I don't fuck with her.
Yeah, show the
Zach, show the shirt again, Zach.
That was cool.
Hold on real quick.
Let's go.
Okay, hold on real quick. Let's
extra
go.
large.
Hashtag her debit card works too. A lot of these bros, when you take them out to dinner, they got alligator arms. They don't know what they doing. I'm like, yo, nah.
Yeah.
They get real forgetful about where their money lie, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So for me too, I agree with the money aspect. Like the money aspect, you know, because when a woman gives you money, I'm telling you, because women don't give money, but when they give you money, they are really showing you that they're invested in you. I'm telling you right now, man. Women don't touch. They don't want to ever sponsor a man. They don't want to sponsor a man. They don't want to spend money. So when they do that, the interest is there. I'm telling you right now, gentlemen. So what I'm telling you, when you out here dishing out money, because you know a woman, they got labels in their phone. It's called, okay, this is my movie date. This is my dinner date. This one right here. He takes me out to the park and We go out to dinner and we spend weekends out. This guy pays for my nails. See, what I'm saying to you men is that when you lead with your money, you will be broke and you'll be confused on what's happening. And then what you'll do is you'll click on YouTube and you will say, oh, this man is saying the same thing I'm saying. And he's telling me to stay away from women, don't get married, forget all women, read my book, do this, do this, do this. I'm with him because I'm going through it. But then they click on somebody like us and say, you know what? It's your fault because a man controls his narrative. And if you are a man of substance and understand what purpose you have in life, you will know you will not allow this woman to dog you. So don't make excuses for your own mishaps.
Let me say this real quick to piggyback on 50 said, and also a sign. 50 said, if a woman invests in you, the interest is there. Also, if a woman is frugal, if she says, you know what, that's too expensive, if she's looking out for your best interest, that's also another good sign, because she understands how hard you work. She also understands that she doesn't necessarily need that. You have to embrace that. You need discernment to know that a woman is not into you for your money. You have to make sure that a woman is into your leadership and your masculinity. And then if she plays by the rules, when it's a special occasion, we will do something fancy as a reward. Again, we don't use the word compromise on this panel, but we also say we reward and celebrate submissiveness, because you have to incentivize a woman to follow your program, because I'm sure all of us on this panel, we are not easy to deal with, but we are rewarding to deal with. That's what it is.
I will say real quick, hey, she needs to know, don't bring me a Shasta, bring me a Pepsi. I don't like the knockoff drinks.
Not generic.
I understand you're frugal.
Oh,
man. Sweetheart, I
that's
need
a
the
flashback.
I can't do it.
That's a
Let's cut some other corners.
The 1 liter. If it's a 1 liter, boy, that's the hood way, baby.
About to Sir Ism for the super chat. Sir Ism, come up, Uncle Ism, because it's all OGs up here too.
Yeah, Ism, you need to come up, bro. Spit some shit, bro.
Yeah. For real. Matter of fact, Ism, you came into my joint yesterday, bro. Come on, man. Come on right now. Come on right now.
They need to hear it, because the thing is, you see, women are encouraging men to be weak because subconsciously they know this is the way they can manipulate and control a man. There are women out there that are encouraging men to follow their woman's lead because they want to appear to be stronger. That is a problem, because that is going against DNA and the way things should be. Women cannot lead, and the reason why they can't lead because they don't want to lead, and the reason why they don't want to lead is because it takes a lot of work. Women only put work when it benefits them. Their nails, they'll be at the hair salon 2 hours, nail salon all day, doing all types of dumb shit. But when it comes to you, they'll do something nice for you on it, right?
Nah,
they'll do something. Right, they'll do something nice for you during, for your birthday if you are showing them value. You have to understand, you got to keep a woman busy that she cannot. You have to, and by keeping her busy to your program, you are saving herself from doing dumb shit that's not going to be conducive to your relationship and your program. Yeah, my bad.
Hey, Alpha Villains.
Talk to me.
The issue that I have is that men are willingly compromising their masculinity. We know that the dominant society, wants us to be neutered. But my issue is with the male feminists. My issue is with the dudes that are willingly compromising their principles, their integrity, and their manhood. You see what I'm saying? Like when I first started to follow y'all, started to listen to the content that y'all put out, I asked myself, what am I willing to lose? You see what I'm saying? In order to maintain my integrity. I said, I'm willing to lose anything, everything. Because you see what I'm saying, you can buy the man, but you can't buy his masculinity. One or the other won't do you a bit of good.
Right.
And at this point in time, like I was telling King Fee today, I said the life that you guys live is mythical to the modern man. That's why it seems so. That's why it seems so far-fetched, because they're like, there's no way that y'all could be doing this. When in actuality, right, like me, for example, if you ask anybody that's known me since I was a little young kid in rocks, they will always say I was a popular guy, I was a guy to know. And I'm not talking about on some politics type shit. I was a popular guy because I stood on my principles. because I followed my own lead. You see what I'm saying? I was never I was never a jump rider. I did my own thing. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I follow guys like you. I follow the OGs around the way, and I knew how to conduct myself in any and all situations. I was the code switch king. So my issue is not necessarily with the society and how they're trying to dilute masculinity, how they're trying to because what's the term they use? They say in a way to redefine masculinity. Why does masculinity need to be redefined? That's because they want men to be soft. We all know this, but we are the initiated. It's for the men that are willingly compromising their masculinity. Those are the ones that I have that I can't fool with.
Let me say this, and I would like everybody to chime in. I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy. My bad.
Let me say this to what you said, Alpha Villain. That women are allowing this to happen. Why would a prostitute tell a trick to be a pimp? Why would a prostitute tell a trick to be a pimp and to pimp her out? Because the benefit is him continually to be a trick. So if she's constantly getting milk from you, why in the world would she tell you that, guess what? You're the cow. So the benefit is a lot of women don't want to give their benefit up because it's beneficial to them. And so what you do is you create a culture of men who are now tricks. And once you create a culture of men that are tricks, to get them out of that cycle, what do? You don't attack. You attack the men by weakening them, but you infiltrate the women so they teach the next generation of men and girls. Teach the girls how to get tricks, and teach the boys to be a trick. So that's one of the reasons why we see the weakness inside of our current day culture of men.
And it's reinforced
the mentality too. Of a trick.
It's reinforced through social media too.
Correct.
They see what's going on in social media and how guys are simping over chicks, and guys who think it's funny to be called a bitch, just because they want laughs. They're on these TikToks and they're doing they how many times can this guy be called a bitch? They do this it's like a spoof where the chick bosses him around and treats him like crap. I mean, maybe one time it could be funny, but it's a consistent thing all the time. And what that does is people who do watch it and are young and influential, they say, "Oh shit, that's the way to do it."
Well,
right there.
Yeah, and this is what I'll be saying about men though too. We have a responsibility to each other, and this is what we have the responsibility to each other for. We're putting out our man brand. I'm a brand. I'm a walking male brand. So when other men see me, they can say, "Okay, this is what men look like. This is what men act like." And so if you're putting out into social media stuff that is feminine and not manly, then you're ruining our brand. And another thing, what I wanted to say is real quick, men, I want to let you guys know about a trap from a woman. So this is a trap from a woman, and I want you young men to really embrace this. When they use the word, "I want a man to be emotionally available for me," that's basically saying that she wants you to stoop to her level, and then she can compete with you when you're emotional. When you're emotionally available for her, now you guys are on the same wavelength. Instead of being logically thinking and being a leader,
right?
You're stooping to her level to be what?
Feeling off of feelings.
Let me say this real quick.
Why did I
do that video?
Why did I do that video?
Let me. I want to definitely unpack what 50 said, but I want to just kind of piggyback on what War Report and Brick said. Men are willingly emasculating themselves because they think there is a reward at the end of that. Also, what Rick said, men are allowing their women to use them as guinea pigs to look good on the internet. The dumb TikTok shit, they're allowing women on their streams to fight their own battles. You have to understand, man, perception is everything, especially on this shit. A woman has to know, if a woman is willing to make you the butt of all jokes, that's not a woman that has your best interest. She wants to laugh at you. And as a man, you have to be the leader and the perception to know that even if she's running shit in public, she got to act like I'm running shit. If I ain't got no money, a woman got to give me money under the table so I can be the perceived that I'm paying for the date. This is why women don't know this off rip, because, like they said, women, there's an incentive, like LDA said, there's an incentive for women to make you a trick. So you have to understand that perception is everything. If we are a union and I'm the leader, you have to help me become the leader and be perceived as the leader. So niggas that do dumb shit with their girls and shit on TikTok and all that shit, that's feminine, that's vaginal. And that's not a good look for our brand, because every man that wants to be a man is his own brand. And there is going to be a long-term effect if you keep doing that shit.
Exactly.
You know what you said, AV, is right on point.
TikTok be having the simping stuff on there.
Oh yeah, big time.
That shit.
AV, LDA, go ahead.
You know what's so interesting? What you said. You're right. Men look at women getting rewarded because of their behavior and saying, why can't I get the same reward and I do the same thing as a woman?
Right.
That's dangerous.
Very
dangerous. So that's what we're seeing is happening. We're seeing men saying, how, if they're getting attention like this, I need attention like that too. Where did they learn that from? I'm not here to point fingers. I'm just saying, where did they learn it from?
Their mothers.
And what the other thing of it is, a man realizes that he has to work for whatever thing that he's doing. Like 1950 said, we are a walking brand. I'm gonna tell you something I had to do. I had to clean my image of the picture I had up on my Facebook and Instagram. Took a professional shot, because you know what? I'm representing, first of all, Lawrence D. Adams, my sons, my family, and my brand. Now I have to teach my sons, when you post online, you're representing our name, Adams, but you're representing our brand, not just for what I do here, but all around when I walk. Now when I have a woman now, that's what she represents. She represents what? My brand. She's now what? Mrs. LDA. And I think we gotta men need to really get down on really clean up their brand, because you know why? There's been such an attack on the brand of a man that he's weak, that he's a simp, that this is this and he's that. But if he steps up and say, this is what a man is, there's nothing they can say, because the image you put before the people is what they're going to believe. Not just what they say, 100%. But the image that's presented between them. So that's very important.
Let me piggyback on. Let me piggyback.
Oh, that's war. That's war. My bad.
Yeah, let me piggyback on Don P. Which I gotta realize, because again, I'm the youngest member of the panel. We are counterculture. We are counterculture. Whenever whenever I'm having conversations with one of my officers or somebody that I'm just chopping game with out in the streets, it's always from a standpoint of, like, if they watch one of you guys' videos, the first thing they'll say is, isn't that misogynistic, or isn't that a little harsh, or who says that's misogynistic? Right. Who says that harsh? Right. That's a we're not allowed. We're not allowed to make demands of anyone, let alone a woman. We're not allowed to stand on principles. You see what I'm saying? Like me, for example, to safeguard myself, because I have a lot of female officers. I make sure that all of our interactions are recorded. I make sure that we're in public places. I make sure that we're around, just so they can't try to press the issue and say I'm trying to fuck on them or whatever the case. Just playing it smart. Just playing it smart. Yeah. For example, I got text messages. I'm the king of receipts. I make sure that all my stuff can be verified. I had to call an officer because she called out. You see what I'm saying? And try to hit me with that. Oh, I sent you a text. I did this. I was like, no, bitch. There was no confirmation. My project manager was on the phone, so he heard our entire interaction. She didn't know he was on the phone, right? So she called HR and tried to say that I was sexually harassing her, all this, all that. Wow. Lo and behold, lo and behold, my project manager was on the phone the whole time. That was my lifeline. So if nobody, and I'm in this here, I see you, Kzaggin. I got you. All right. I'm in this here. Gentlemen, for all of those that are listening, follow these men. These men are the last bastions of hope for true, unadulterated, unbridled, raw and uncut masculinity. This is the gold standard right here. Follow these guys. I mean this with all of my heart. This is no hyperbole. Y'all have a good one.
Boom, boom. And we'll just say our last words. Go ahead, brother.
Real quick. Now, the caller and I, we are familiar with each other. We fuck with each other on a personal level outside of the two. So shout out to you, caller. You know, holla at me though. You know, fuck with me though. All right. Now, here's my thing with all of that. Okay. At the end of the day, when it comes to what you do, people fuck with you how they view you. The more that people respect you, the more they fuck with you. Mm. That's a fact. Okay, it don't. You can say what the fuck you want to say, but the more that people respect you, the more they fuck with you. Period. So having said that, you know what I'm saying, and we could take it to women and dating and all that other shit, and it goes the same way with women. The more they fuck with you, the more they put up with. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I'm saying? The same guy. Go ahead.
Everybody's link in the chat for me because they asking. So just one of y'all just grab 1950 Alpha Villains War Report type was in there. OG, just put it in there.
So at the end of the day, this is what I want to put on people's conscience before we bounce out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? All of us, because we all G's in our own right. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. This is what I want to bestow on all men listening to us and on all women. We are to be respected. At the end of the day, for all women, all you motherfuckers that are single and you claiming that you single by choice, no the fuck you not. You single by default. You know what I'm saying? Because don't nobody want to fuck with you. But if you want a nigga, you know what I'm saying? If you really want a nigga. When I say nigga, I don't mean black people. I mean niggas like we real with our shit. If you want a nigga, act right. Do right by a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Open yourself up to be taught by a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Period. If you really look, women, I'm being honest with y'all because look, the dating game is fucked up. I acknowledge that, and I think all of y'all feel the same way about it. But as men, we control everything. You know what I'm saying? Now we can say women control the sex game, but we control the relationship game. So, and most women don't just want dick. They want to be dated. They want to be cared about. If you want to be cared about, what the fuck you gonna do to be cared about? What the fuck you got to be cared about? So I'm hollering at you right now to tell you what the fuck you got to do to be cared about. Show niggas something.
I like that.
Your beauty, we passed that. Because ain't no such thing as a dime. Because that would imply that a woman is perfect. Ain't none of y'all perfect. Ain't none of y'all. Everything fake. Eyelashes, nails, ass, titties. Everything fake. Ain't no such thing as a fucking dime. In my opinion, ain't no such thing as a fucking dime. Unless you stepping up to the shower with no makeup on and then you look beautiful like that. But how many bitches is a dime like that? I haven't seen any. Maybe y'all seen some. I ain't seen none. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So beyond that, all right, what else we got?
Right.
Oh, your fucking degrees? Oh, your fucking degrees? You got a master's, bachelor's, PhD? You got something? How that shit work for me? How am I benefiting from that?
Right.
I'm saying, I ain't benefiting from that, so fuck that. So outside of your beauty, your ass, and your degrees, what you got for me? And I think more men need to ask themselves that. Outside of all of that bullshit, what else you got for me? What are you doing for me that meets my bottom line? How can you elevate my situation past what it is right now with you being there?
I will say, let me piggyback on that before we wrap up. Kay, you said something important, bro. Men need to not be afraid to ask those questions, the questions that are important to them, and let them know up front that the things that most men are impressed by, that you are not impressed by. You know what I'm saying? At the same token, too, when you ask a woman, what else do you have aside from the beauty, the degrees, all that shit, you have to explain to her why having more will allow her to be in your program. That will allow her to grow with you because you see past that. A woman should, if a woman doesn't respect the fact that you see past her beauty, her ass, her titties, her degree, that's not a woman that wants to be with you. That's a woman that's solely relying on her exterior. If she wants a long-term relationship, she wants to get your last name, she knows that you're authentic and you're a real man. A real man has been through that shit already and wants something of substance. Right. You have to explain to her what substance is to you and how valuable it is and how it will benefit her in your program. That's it.
100%.
Let me say this, and I'm gonna get up out of here because I gotta run. Run to the gym.
Yeah, we wrapping up.
So, yeah, real quick. So, I want to say, man, I don't mind a woman's degree as long as her major is household management, right? So I need for her to understand what I need from her. This is what I'm looking for. Some men value that. I'm happy if she comes to the table with a degree. That's fine, but I don't want your value in your. I want her value in her mind to of success to look like a happy husband, kids, family, and that needs to be priority. And if it's not priority, then I have no use for your degree. And see, because a lot of times degrees are reasons why a lot of women don't raise their kids anymore, because they're chasing the bag, they're chasing money. And when a woman chases money, then what does she lose focus of? She loses focus of family. She also gets validation from making money. She feels like that's validation, which when she finally gets with a man, she believes his value is money. So she's all messed up with how life in the world works. What I want to say is last thing. I am Mr. 1950. They call me that because I'm the last traditional man on the planet. You guys can definitely get at me at Mr.1950.com. I am Mr. 1950 on YouTube. I do rock and roll. I am branding myself right now, but I want to let you guys know, man, we're all in the same fight. We may all share different views. We may all have different views on women, but one thing we do know is that we are the leaders and we control our own destiny. And if we don't do that, then at some point the matriarchy will take over, and then women will find themselves hurt, alone, and wanting that masculinity to come back. Let's not make that a thing of the past. Let's continue to build this onto the future, brothers. Hey, man, peace and love to my brothers, man.
Peace, 50.
All right.
Peace, 50.
All right, nigga.
Oh, I'm AV, aka Alpha Villains. Follow me on Instagram. I also got a YouTube channel. Again, it is important for us to have one common denominator, the masculinity that is scarce. And it's important, even though we share different views, we have different lifestyles, we live in different states. Our goal is to preserve masculinity by understanding the foundation that is needed and is lacking with you young men. It's okay to be weak, but the first step in becoming strong is identifying that you're weak. Stop following weak men and be open to hearing feedback from men who are strong, who have experience and have been there. Thank you for having me on.
Cool. LDA,
Lawrence D. Adams. Let me say this. I don't have a PhD, but who I'm with have a PhD. Did y'all catch that?
Let's go.
This nigga LDA. This
But
nigga
Oh, you just dropping it like that? All right.
Oh, word? Okay. Let's go. Let's go, Rick.
Yeah, I'm Rick Torres, OG Slick Rick. The guys on this panel, guys, you're going to get a lot of knowledge from. The things you come here, you're going to learn. I think you should apply whatever rings true to you. These guys are only going to give you what you need to be a successful man. Don't let this pass by. Do not listen to this and just take entertainment out of it. Take down what we're telling you, because we're giving you the steps to avoid the pitfalls. So again, I'm happy to be on this panel. These guys have wisdom between all of us. I mean, we cover all the bases.
You didn't let me close out, man. I ain't close out right, man. I was being funny, but I was being serious.
You just too saucy, just whatever.
Yeah. You get two turns. You get two turns, LDA.
Let me say this again. This is Lawrence D. Adams. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram. Lawrence D. Adams, 12:30 to 1:30 on Eastern.
This nigga cheating. Why he cheating?
Huh?
Go ahead, fam.
Eastern Standard Times. In the thinking class, something they said earlier, men need to think, use logic and reasoning. And that's why I have the thinking class. I'm debating now, will I continue the series that I've been doing, the spiritual side of the game? Because most people they got to be holistic in the game. You need to be physically, mentally, health-wise, but sometimes neglect the spiritual side of the game. And baby, it is a spiritual side to the game. I'm out.
LDA. That's the LDA for you.
All right, go
LDA right there. That's LDA.
Yes, sir.
Look, that's LDA right there. With
Yes,
the
sir.
spiritual side of the shit. And I'm trying to cut in front of the cafeteria and get the pizza and the cheese and shit. Look. My nigga LDA. And I'm saying, all y'all my niggas, really. All y'all. And I'm saying, all y'all. And I'm saying, regardless.
Y'all knew each other for a little bit though, on some real shit though.
No, that's my nigga too. But look, all right, real talk. I don't know who's gonna get something from what we talked about, but if you don't get anything from anything that we talked about, that means you weren't listening. Because we said enough shit for somebody to get something from. Okay, period. So if you was here, you was just here for entertainment only. Because all of us dropped enough knowledge where we should all y'all should come to each one of our individual YouTube channels, subscribe, like, and share that shit. That's how real we was with it. I'm out.
And make sure y'all go to War Report too. He jumped off. So make sure y'all go to him. His link will be in the chat. Thank you everybody for showing up. Make sure y'all cop the books. If you need a consultation, hit me at Mr. KingFee101@gmail.com. You know, if you want to donate, follow me on Instagram at King Genius Afi.
All right. Real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Check out Afi. Afi got bad books. You know. Check out
I got 2 more coming next Monday. Y'all better get the money ready. Monday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking sex talk with Nikki. Just wait until the Monday.
All right, cool. I'm going to look forward to that. But check out Alpha Villains. Check that nigga YouTube joint out. Check his Facebook because he live. Marcus Graham, check that shit out. Also check the IG out. He live with his shit.
Salute my G. Thank you, bro.
Yeah. And that nigga be coming with it. Look, real quick, and this, I ain't even joking because I'm secretly peeping the nigga Marcus out. I'm liking this shit on the slide. And I'm like, this nigga moving. Look,
try, man.
Check this nigga out. Like he got a lot to say, but he ain't just talking to be talking. He talking for a reason. Holla at him.
Salute, my nigga. Thank you, bro. We trying to get him. I appreciate you, my G. Thank you, K.
All right.
Good. Y'all make sure y'all leave a comment. Let us know. Our men weak nowadays, and do they desire sex so bad? So make sure you follow everybody on Instagram. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. And I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna put the members chat back on tomorrow with the sex talk. And then if some bullshit happen tomorrow, that's it.
That's it.
That's the last chances tomorrow morning. If we go live tomorrow morning and it's anything on some troll stuff, it ain't my fault no more. I'm trying to give y'all a chance, like somebody. I'm trying to give y'all a chance. But tomorrow we gonna have the members chat on. I know some people like, oh, I want to say something. If something happened tomorrow, it's y'all fault. It ain't my fault. I'm giving y'all fair warning.
Thank you for having us on, my G's. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Peace, my niggas.
I love y'all.
Love y'all, bro. Peace.
Peace.